Hello and welcome to Gnome Studios, where I draw and talk about art and animation and many other topics. In today's video, I am working on character designs for Kaladin and Shallan from the Stormlight archive by Sanderson. If you haven't watched part 1 of this series, please go do so. There will be a link in the description down below and maybe something on the screen around here. You'll see it. And this is a series I'm working on where I am making an animatic of the Stormlight archive. In part 1 of this series, I showed my storyboarding process as well as my voice line recording process. In the end, I ended up scrapping those voice lines because I didn't like them, and I re-recorded them, and I'm a little bit happier. Just a little bit. Not much. It's okay. Still don't have someone to voice Kaladin, though. It's still gonna be me, and we're just gonna have to be okay with that. But today, I am working on the character designs in Clip Studio Paint. One thing I love about Clip Studio Paint is these 3D character models. They are customizable now. There are so many sliders, and you can slide them around and change every little part of this model, and you can have like a little posable puppet to use for character designs. These customizable models are so nice because I was able to figure out the actual heights of the characters. I did want them to be kind of consistent height-wise throughout the storyboard. I don't know if I am gonna be able to do that in the end, but yeah, their height difference is crazy. Kaladin is apparently almost 7 feet tall. If I had made him actually 7 feet tall, it would be way too tall. Like, he would just go off the screen anytime I drew him. So I ended up making him 6'5", and Shallan is 5'6", I think, canonically. I don't think it's ever said specifically, but that is what a quick Google search told me, so. Both of these characters are so tall. They're way too tall. I mean, I have friends that are 5'6", and it's not the craziest height, but to me it's crazy. For reference, I'm 4'9". I can only imagine standing next to a Kaladin-heighted person. 7 feet. 7 feet. That's almost 3 feet taller than me. Almost. Okay, maybe more like 2.5 feet taller than me, but still. My madman ravings about height aside, now I am drawing the faces for the characters and just kind of how I envision them. Obviously, there are some illustrations, official illustrations, I should point out, of the characters. So I followed that to the best of my ability, but then also kind of added my own personal style to it. I obviously simplified the characters because I would be having to draw them a lot in an animation. So I simplified them and transformed them into my own style and just made them look real cute, real pretty. I love them, especially Shallan. Oh my gosh, she's perfect in every way. I love her. One of my favorite literary characters, if not my favorite literary character. I think she's the best, and she deserves the best. I struggled a lot with the hair for both these characters. I just couldn't figure out what I wanted, especially for Kaladin, and now I kind of want to go back and change it again, because I was reading through Oathbringer. I'm up to page like 500 in Oathbringer. That's book 3, by the way. And it mentions his hair like kind of curling a bit, and I made his hair very straight, and now I regret not giving it a little bit of a wave, like maybe somewhere along what I gave Shallan, maybe a little more just like towards the bottom. I don't know. I want to play around with it. And now it is time to draw the clothing. It's time to clothe these characters so we stop having to look at naked people. And Shallan's uncovered left hand, I am so sorry about that, by the way. This video is not safe for Vorans. Anyway, so yeah, for the clothing, I took a bit of creative liberty with the clothing designs. Because I just wanted to simplify them a bit, make them a bit easier for me to draw, and then also just make them something that I think looks cool. I wanted to keep them looking cool and somewhat similar to the designs you see in the illustrations that I'm using for reference. But of course, like, characters can change clothing, so I felt like I had the ability to play around with this a bit and make something, one, easy to draw, and to something that I just like the design of. a lot of belts. I don't know why. I just really love belts. Maybe it's because I played a lot of Final Fantasy. I just love adding belts to characters. And you know what? Brandon Sanderson, I think, loves that too. Because I remember reading, oh, what was it? It was Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. And Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, at the end, he mentioned that it was inspired by Final Fantasy X. Love that game, by the way. I still haven't finished it yet, though, but I started it a long time ago, and I need to finish it. But yeah, so I guess we both found our love of belts from that series. And now here's another reason why I love the 3D models, because I was able to just turn the model on its side and facing the back, and then I was able to, you know, use that as a 360 turnaround. Well, this is more of like a 180. I didn't do the other side. I really should have designed the other side, but hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not worrying about it, so you shouldn't worry about it. And this just helped me figure out what the character will look like from the side and from the back. And now it is time to design the rest of Shallan's outfit. I love her so much. I just want to take a minute and just talk about why I love this character so much. First of all, my brother, when convincing me to read this book, he's like, you'll like her. You're literally your spirit animal. And you know what? He's right. She is literally my spirit animal. But also it's the way that she confronts her backstory and how her backstory gets revealed to the reader along with, like, as it's getting revealed to her, because she kind of blocked out bits of her backstory, and I think it was intentional. But as she's like being forced to confront those moments in her past, the reader is also like confronting those moments along with her, and it feels like such a natural way to introduce the reader to her backstory, and also give her some very powerful moments of like character development and like self-discovery. And I love her backstory in general so much. This poor girl, she's been through so much, and I think she deserves all the best. I love her. And of course, I had to add some rips and holes to the bottom of her dress because, or hava? I think it's called a hava. I had to add it because, like, girl, it's getting ripped up if you're running through the chasms. Yeah. So now I am taking my wonderful 3D models and I am posing them in those difficult poses I talked about before and difficult perspectives, and Kaladin keeps clipping through the camera. Stop. He's getting too powerful. He's escaping the bounds of my screen. Anyway, yeah, so I am just posing the models as I see fit and doing a quick little draw over of them. And yeah, another pose I found that was going to be difficult is the running pose, because I have this really cool like upward angle of them like running towards and on top of the camera, and then the chasm fiend like looming above. I thought it looked so sick, but it is difficult for me to figure out. So here I'm just figuring out how Kaladin is going to be grabbing Shallan's hand for them to, you know, run. Obviously it's going to be her left hand because her right hand is supposed to drop the satchel. And so I don't know if it's probably very improper for him to be grabbing the left hand, but hey, it was a matter of necessity for both him and me. So that is what we went with. Yeah. And as this video draws to a close, I want to mention that this isn't the end of the series. In the next video in this series, I will be showing the rest of my process and creating the storyboard. I will be using ToonBoom Storyboard Pro and finalizing the frames, and maybe even doing a little bit of animating. We'll see how much detail I want to add in. Yeah, but that is all for today. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned to see when the rest of this series will come out, and leave a comment down below of any suggestions you'd like to see me draw in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.